Welcome back, friends, here to the CWL here in the lovely Columbus studio. It's the final match of the night. Splyce are going up against Gen.G. Boy, howdy, is this going to be a goodie. I think we've had everything tonight. 3 Game 5s back to back, and the chances of another are extremely high. Either way, Miles and Merman are going to be bringing you this one, and we're very excited to say the least. It's probably the game fuel talking. Let's get it.
It certainly is. And one thing I will say is that the previous games, by all means, had their favorites. I think this one was the one that tore kind of social media a little bit, and people were going on the Gen.G or the Splyce kind of side. And again, a very kind of up in the air game that I feel like, yeah, of course, every game can end 3-0, every game can go Game 5, but this certainly has kind of the capability, the probability to go the distance. Of course, we've seen some great plays from both. And going head-to-head, this is going to be one really kind of coming into the cross-division play that I was like, you know what? I'm excited for that game. I can't wait to get me a little bit of Gen.G v Splyce.
Yeah, again, it's 2 of the heaviest hitters we can think of. Again, Gen.G, possibly a disappointing placement, disappointing performances for them at Fort Worth, all things considered. Envoy, of course, the latest addition to the squad. I don't know how long we can keep calling him the latest addition. I mean, he's the latest addition until something changes. And nonetheless, he has been a welcome addition to the lineup. On the other side of the board, though, Splyce. Fort Worth wasn't too bad for them. Could have been kinder. Nonetheless, this series should be a humdinger, friends. Envoy in the man of your screen. Slayer D-Light for the likes of Gen.G.
Talked about, obviously, 100 Thieves midnight percentages. It was 92% for 100 Thieves. This one, Miles, 51%. Obviously, for Gen.G, who obviously 7-1, Splyce 5-3, they got 49%. But it was just the one that was kind of torn. Of course, Optic Gaming were always the favourites in this one, but it's certainly going to be an interesting one going forth with this. I think there's a couple of players on either side that you'll be watching for, the likes of Temp, Major Maniac. But for me, I think a player we just never really talk about, or maybe a little bit less than others, is Morks. And for me, he's that kind of, I want to say, consistent Slayer. The performance from Havoc we saw obviously was incredible yesterday as well. So expecting big things out of him. And I think we need those big plays from both those players to kind of counter, obviously, the talent from Splyce.
Yeah, a lot of talent on the other side of the ball for Splyce. But when I think of Morks, I think of a player, you know, we often see him running that thermal scope in the ICR. We always see him hitting that water. We always see him doing, you know, the grunt work. He's a very, very hard worker in game. He's the kind of guy you can rely on to get the dirty work done. And he's always there when you need him. Very, very dependable player. Again, possibly one of the backbones of Gen.G that enables the players that we talk about so frequently, the Havocs, you know, the Major Maniacs. We see the Envoys, we're like, wow, they're popping off, they're going so strong, and it's mostly because of the hard work coming out of Nagafen and Morks again. Naga, another player that's so very strong. Snipes galore. The man on your screen there, Havoc. Havoc has been a search and destroy nightmare for many, many, many teams, many players. Was it against, was it 17 and 14 and 1? Something ridiculous.
I think it was 15 and 1. I think he had a 10-kill streak or even more.
Finished the game with the ace. Unbelievable work from him. Like, preposterous work in yesterday's series. And here we go. Here's our series. Hacienda hardpoint up first with the payload, search, destroy. A double dosage of frequency, and then Hacienda to close out the match. And we're going to see that Game 5.
Well, you've called it already. I will say Game 1 Hacienda hardpoint. As you can see the map fly through right now. This was actually played by Splyce yesterday against Midnight Game 1. And this was just 7 points in it, 250 to 243. And Splyce did take it. Of course, you know, they won the series 3-1. But again, it was a close game by all means. Midnight, definitely no slouch. Gen.G, on the other hand, they had Hacienda in their 4th, of course, game. They did take it 250 to 178, and that was over denial. So interesting, they both won it, so they're both feeling confident going into this, but a lot of ICRs, and we are going to see some crazy, crazy games. Miles, let's get into this one. Gen.G Splyce, map number 1.
Mate, accuracy 3-0 off the rip. If you're wondering what to do the next time you find yourself in a hard point on Hacienda in league play, just watch that. Land all your shots perfectly and have your teammates there when you need them. Accuracy is having a lovely start to this matchup, and now allowing Splyce to get in on that hard point. This back left position he's in, watching that open corridor means that he can help out his teammates there on the point, keep the pressure off the players on the other side of the map, and then when it comes to rotate to this next hard point, as Looney is doing now, he's able to do that. So, top marks there for accuracy, finds himself a couple of kills. 15 now climbing for Splyce in the hard point. Jared hitting the back end now of that driveway, trying to find himself in there. Havoc gets taken clean out by the man. Accuracy once again there are by Water, and now Morks is doing the best he can, lock down the back end of the hard point. Back and forth it is between both teams, but nonetheless, Splyce mounting pressure on the outside of the map.
Yeah, Looney had a great rotation there. He found himself on Lambert, but there was no teammates with him. They were, you know, maybe 4 or 5 seconds behind him, which was unfortunate. A nice little swap there for Temp will secure him the kill, and that being on Nagafen. However, points going in favor of Gen.G. They, of course, have the spawns. The break will be coming in shortly. But is it going to be successful? That's the question. Jerd causing a little bit of ruckus down low. Envoy and Nagafen, though, say nada to that one. As Nagafen and Mox find another double. And that's going to be 4 in a row here now for Gen.G. 30 points to the good, and the rotation will start to set in. You see those yellow arrows, you know, rotating around the bottom side of that mini-map, and they're going to be setting up at fences. Good thing for them is there's no streaks, there's no specialists, so, you know, that's something to take away, of course, being that first rotation. But Gen.G, strong start here.
Good start from Gen.G. Again, that first rotation, you're almost safe. The skies are friendly for now, but no one's actually managed to pop off too aggressively to get those streaks. Mork 6-3, 8-3 for Envoy, but not quite enough to net those ever-precious points. Envoy still alive at this time. Shots are through, quick contest, no points for you. Lovely set of kills there as he finds 2 of Splyce in the back. Morks with a magnificent turn there onto Jerd. 100 points away now for Envoy, 55 points away from Morks for streaks. There it is, Hellstorm nets it. And now the skies are a little dangerous. Did they see that? There's streaks as well for Envoy, and my goodness, these are the makings of a wonderful turn of events. Gen.G able to possibly extend this lead here at Fences. And with streaks to work with now, the rest of the map just becomes a little bit more dangerous for Splyce. What will they do now to counter this? Got to mount that pressure there on the point. Still 20 seconds to go. Attempts getting caught out of position. Morks gets his from behind, has his number. And Accuracy trying to continue that strong run he had at the start. 8-6 for him, but the scoreline is very much going the way of Gen.G.
Jerd does take down Looney as well, so doesn't really come out on top there. And I was going to talk about rotation and, you know, how important it is. Obviously, when you have a couple set of streaks, it's a little easier. But Gen.G have still come out on top with rotation without even needing it. However, TAC 5 boost, you know, shout out to Envoy right now. He's dropping 13 and 4. He's so far ahead of anyone else. And yes, of course, Crash a little easier to obtain, but he's killing it right now. On the flip side, Looney 7 and 8, 3/4 the way there. But Gen.G starting to create a lead here, create a gap. And that's going to be 100 points to the good.
Gen.G, once again, more streaks. In case, you know, the 3 you already had wasn't enough. Hellstorm's coming out from Envoy because, let's face it, they've got streaks to spare. Finds 2 with it. Looney finds 2 on point, but not quite enough. Is going to be traded out instantly by that Hellstorm. Now back on the point. Accuracy comes in. Accuracy by name, accuracy by nature as he finds a powerful kill there. The final 15 seconds of the Rock now closing out. Moving back on towards middle. Now we saw Splyce with a nice start here. We saw that back left position from Accuracy. The tables have turned, the positions have changed, and now we're going to see Splyce attacking from the other side of the house, or trying to hold from the other side of the house, rather. Can they keep up the pressure? Tempts the man to get it done. 4 kills in a row for him. That's his 9th in the game so far. Trying to apply that pressure on these players of Gen.G off spawn, and holy moly, you're going to be holding that one.
Tap mass there coming through. The concussion does land. And like you said there, kills at the right time sometimes can just be so crucial. 4 go down for Splyce, and Gen.G just kind of take over. Still 5 streaks to play with. Of course, 1 Hellstorm from Envoy was invested. Major Maniac there with a double with that cluster grenade. He's going to find himself a little bit more points there. He was 300 away from streaks himself, but not really needed at this point. There's so many streaks available. And again, after this one, we're going back to the garage, and then it's all open, of course, by the Rock, by Fences. And this is looking very favorable for Gen.G. The hard point has been on point so far. Splyce not out of it by any means, but 80 points is a big lead.
Again, Splyce is a team you expect to be able to just heat up, turn things around. You know they've got the ability as a team. You know they have the chops to pull a game back like this. It's far, far from over. Havoc not really getting a lot done with that Grav Slam because Temp finds 2 to stop that play in its tracks. With the Grav Slam burnt now, I mean, Havoc's got to work straight back into that one. He's not going to be gifted as he was yesterday.
Temp's killing it. Temp is having a great game so far. This is where he's, you know, again, with Lightning Strike and Hellstorm all over him, still on a 5-kill streak, working towards something himself. He's close to the War Machine. He's actually invested the War Machine. Beg your pardon. He's got the War Machine and finds himself that 6 kill. 110 away. And if they have any chance here, you'd like to think it's through Temp and his streaks 10 away. Simply jump on the hard point. You'll be rewarded with some time and some points. It's tick-tock. Let's make it rock.
Gotta watch out though. Gen.G still streaks in the back pocket. Temp Hellstorm's out. Gonna find 1, gonna find 2. Nice bit of work to clean out those back spawns. Almost having to rotate back round, make sure those teammates are still spawning there, and they do. So now, here comes the gunfight straight down on top of the point. Another Hellstorm out for Morks. He's going to flush these players out. Again, it is not a safe space to be there by... Oh no, speaking of safe, he kills the teammate. Morks kills the teammate. Gen.G still with the presence on point, but the friendly fire there. Unfortunate to say the least. And now, specialists are up. Tempest is ready. Aqua's trying to make his way forward. Doesn't find a whole lot. Can we clean it up? Temp's there to pick up the pieces. Temp's still on point. Can't get it done. There's Havoc's there. Havoc now applying the pressure. Havoc keeping these players off point. And the lightning strikes are coming through from Nagafan, and that's where the streaks are coming out. But man, what a scrappy battle towards fences.
The craziest thing is we've seen 5 streaks coming from the side of Gen.G. They've got a 20-point lead. At a pause moment in this game, it was an 80-point lead with 6 streaks to 0. Temp has done an incredible amount of work, obviously, for his squad. 24 and 15, of course, with 5 streaks being used. Obviously, you know, it's not easy to get around when it's like that. You're only down by 40, and you do have a lightning strike to play with. Jerd's just unlocked, of course, the Slime. He's not having the best of games at 9 and 18. We'll have to see if he can turn it around. But what are we going to see from Mox?
Second time we've...
I was going to say, I think it was just the ping there. It wasn't called in. Now it's been called in. And there we go.
Finds one out of it. No more to be found. This is maybe the second time we've seen opening kills in a huge, huge way there from Splyce on these hard points. Temp streaks now coming in the back, trying to flush these players out. You can hear the comms behind us. I mean, it is fast and furious in here, and I mean that very sincerely. I know there's another rock joke in there waiting to be found, friends, but I'm not doing it. 170 now, until we get Jerd streaks. Finds 4. Back to back, getting out while the get's good. Baits his teammates. Can't quite get it done. So close for the Irishman, and now Temp's on point. Temp continuing the run, 28 to 17. Splyce just nipping at the heels. They've started to lay the bite marks in at the side of Gen.G, but it's that poison. It's that slow ticking venom we're looking for, that Splyce lineup as they creep into this one slowly and consistently. The streaks are all finished from everyone now in the game. The specialists will be coming out soon. Gen.G ready to go. Again, we do have Morks and Envoy ready. Nagafen's ready as well with his. They'll be coming out before we know it. On the other side of the board, only Accuracy has his vision pulse to work with.
Miles, we're going to see a lead change shortly here. And again, just to reiterate, Jerd was 45 away from streaks. He was 9 and 18, turned that around to 16 and 19. An incredible little 7-1 streak that he goes on as well. We're not having the best of games, but really they're just fighting through. They now have the lead, and I think this may have been the map or hard point with the most streaks I've seen in a very long time. So the stats are out there, of course, to back some of that up, but maybe I'm wrong here. We saw, I think, 4 full sets of streaks here. Maybe we've seen more, but 177 to 156. And somehow Gen.G are behind in this game, Miles.
It's slow and steady from Splyce. And if it's the tortoise and the hare, you've got Splyce are very much the tortoise here. Here comes that vision pulse. Wisely invested there by Morks, trying to provide the cover they can, the intel. Shots are out on the outside of the map. The rock is now open as number 10 makes his way forward. 9 making his way off spawn. Accuracy now underneath. Temp hits the driveway. Your Uber's here, and he's mean. On point, it's only number 2 left. Havoc's trying to hold that back door down, but you know what? This has been very, very solid from Gen.G. They're managing to win the fights. They've managed to protract the gunfight and make it last as long as they possibly could, and in doing so, we've only just seen Splyce get on point. The contest is through, 25 seconds left. Havoc's going in. He's going in, and you know what? I want to hear what Gen.G have to say. Let's have a quick Astro Gaming listen-in with the boys of Gen.G.
Nice. You can hit that if you want. Watch your well, watch your well. I'll block it back. 2 on ult, guys. Go to the back, go to the back. Go to the back. Go, Chance, go to new, Chance, go to new.
I got this guy at ult first.
Someone go to the back.
I'm helping
you
in the front. I'm getting your connector. I'm getting connector.
I'll block the back.
Connector, you.
Connector coming.
Connector, absolutely. Connector got me. Fuck.
Oh, he's fine, close.
He's still connector. There's 2 puts you up connector.
Yo, close, dead.
Block the back. I have outer. I have all about it.
They crashed.
Block. I
have flak on.
Block the back on spawn.
Outer, Lamar. There's 2 there. One's inner, one's outer.
Block the back.
I got one, steady.
Flat.
War.
I got
flack.
outer, absolute. Outer. Nice, Mike.
I'm playing.
Chill. Any trophies?
The back. No,
I have it.
I'm boring connector. I'm boring connector.
Close.
Hurt.
He's plat, guys. Plat.
Connector dead.
I need help, plat, guys.
Nothing well.
Donnie's connector.
In the back, guys. In the back. He's hitting it. 2 in the back.
Small well.
Oh, he got me connector.
I'm going new.
Alright, go new, guys.
I have grab soon.
I'm gonna go secret.
He used war. Put on tack.
Put on tack.
I'm going water.
I got flag.
Yo, top right hole, Danny.
Playing that guy, hang on.
I'm just stalling. It's on me. I got shot in the back. Our top lobby. Our top lobby.
Top close.
We're kill.
In new dead.
Nice.
Their side, and inner.
There's steps
and inner.
Man, this really is as close as it can come as a hard point. Phil, I can't call this one. This is definitely not going to be a 3-0 sweep. Either way you look at it. Havoc slams coming on through. Splyce with the lead for the time being, but Havoc doing just that in and amongst the ranks of Splyce, even amongst his teammates' backside there as Major Maniac takes a couple into the ribs. Here we go. Clock ticking. Lead change over to Gen.G once again. They can win it here. We have to see a play out of Splyce, and it is going to be a split. 2 players on the right, 3 players on the left. Here comes the pinch. Splyce trade back. The trade's got to be effective, they've got to be quick, and they have to get on point as fast as they can. Accuracy can't get it done. It looks like Gen.G will live to fight another day.
Yeah, Splyce are trying to flood this, and they need to. They've got one more go at it. 9 seconds, they're pushing on through. A little bit kind of careless there from Looney. Didn't even see Havoc in front of him. A double for Havoc once more, and that's going to be it unless any type of contest comes in. Tempered Aqua do find 2. Envoy and Major Maniac answer back, and just like that, Gen.G take map number 1. And Gen.G, they may not be used to that. You know, they always seem to throw it away, and that's going to be a confidence boost for the guys.
Lo and behold, a map 1 win for Gen.G.
Wow.
What do the COD gods say about that? A glitch in the Matrix? Or simple just domination in what was an incredibly closely contested game between 2 superstar teams? Stellar performances from both. And nonetheless, an exciting finish. I really thought we were on point. Temp and Looney find kills in the dying seconds, and then
I want to know Temp's damage on that one. Paradox, I know you're listening backstage. You know what to do. Hit me up. 1-0 to Gen.G. Of course, Splyce, they got back into it. They had a terrible start, and of course, there was 6 set of streaks. When I say set, two each. Obviously, 3 sets of 2 streaks. Simple math. 6 streaks, obviously, coming down. Temp goes off. He finds himself a Lightning Strike and a Hellstorm, and he finds himself like positive 10 at that time. He really did drag Splyce back into this, but from there on out, it was pretty level. You know, the streaks, the specialist, everything in between as well. It was back and forth. I think we saw 4 lead changes between like 180 and 220, and it was Splyce obviously who kind of found out that, you know, sometimes it is all that matters. The final kills here. Havoc did a lot of work as well. Finds himself a double at the very end.
Constantly, you just find if we stay on Havoc's POV the entire game, I mean, he's a very, very high impact player, and by that I mean, you know, when you don't expect him to get a kill, when you do expect him to just turn the tables at any given moment, he really does do that. I mean, slam after slam, they're not necessarily high kills, but they're important kills. You know, they're taking care of the player, they're straight on point, flushed out the hard point, and continuing to just mount pressure, allowing his teammates to make his way forward. And again, that's what you need to be doing as a Ruin player.
All right, Paradox, thank you very much. So 250 to 220. Highest damage on Gen.G was Envoy with, Major Maniac with 6.5k. Temp just dropped 8.2k nearly. Or 8157 to be precise. 8,157 damage for the loss.
Jesus, take the wheel.
No.
I'm still trying to just give
8,000!
8,000!
157!
My word. Either way, before the start of this matchup, Jess had a quick catch up with the man himself. Havoc, what did he say, Jess?
Thanks, Miles. Well, he said that they're feeling great, and it's one of those situations where I can definitely tell that everybody was in a great mood as soon as I walked up to Gen.G, and they were just really, you know, having some great team vibes today. And Havoc told me, well, our hard point is great, our control is great, and we fixed some problems that we were having with S&D. So his main thing here is that as long as they can get their communication to be kind of where it needs to be, he was feeling pretty secure coming into this matchup. Now, I caught up with accuracy from Splyce, and he said that even though they have never matched up versus Gen.G at an event, they've scrimmed plenty. So he said, oh, we kind of know what to expect, and you know, we're feeling good today. We're just sort of riding this wave off of Fort Worth and hoping that continues. So even though he said he knew what to expect, I'm thinking he probably wasn't quite anticipating how map 1 went, but let's see how the rest of the maps play out. So Miles and Momo, back over to you.
Many, many thanks, Jess. It's cool to see 2 teams who are in good spirits, you know, both off of high form, you know, looking to find big wins here in the league, and now they come clashing against each other, and somebody has to lose. Somebody's day has to be ruined. So far, so good there for Gen.G. They managed to get the first matchup. Now into the search and destroy we go. Now, if anything, well, you're a Call of Duty fan, you tune in the Pro League time and time again, you know a couple of things. We know things here at the league. We know that Gen.G lose map 1 and win, you know, the next 3. What the hell happens now, Phil? We've gone off script.
No idea.
No idea.
Like, I'm looking at my notes. I don't know.
I don't know.
Gen.G won a map. Map 1?
Map 1.
I think they did it once and then they lost. For some reason, I have it in my head as it being Optic, but I could be completely wrong. Gen.G, though, take number 1 here. Can they follow it up with their Search and Destroy? Now, we know how strong it can be. Of course, they took a couple of L's at Fort Worth, but back in the Pro League where they were phenomenal. Jumping on board with Splyce, though, it's going to be Looney, the captain. And he's going to have the all-important Paladin. 1 shot, 1 kill. Nagafen on the other side of things, though, does have that thermal. A little bit easier to see. Uh-oh, there's going to be a double. Temp finds 1. Doesn't overextend, but that second shot maybe would have been better to dip away. Jerd's going to find Envoy up close and personal. Sorg beats RK7 every time, my friend.
You'd hope so. Trades are up for both teams. Now it's a 3v3. Accuracy hitting the flank. Trying to find number 4 from behind. Bomb goes down. That's a 1v1. Major Maniac. Spider senses were tingling in the back end as he managed to find that one. Now it's a 3v2. Splyce at a disadvantage, but they do have the sight for the time being. And the advantage now starting to dwindle. Aqua. It's a slip and slide, and Aqua's having the most fun he could have possibly had in that situation. Jerd getting on the back of that one, making that first round very, very interesting to say the least. Wow, I honestly thought Gen.G had that in the bag.
Certainly did. Jerd, though, coming up trumps, finds the kill onto Envoy with that RK7, then finds himself another double. As the Irishman coming out on top here.
This kill was so crucial. To cut Havoc down on the outside there and open up the flank. Because of course, so fast. If Havoc dies there, if Jerd goes down, then immediately Aqua's in a 2v1 situation.
He's lost it.
He's lost it, and he's already slid past. He slides straight on past the boxes, straight outside, out of the sight, and into a sandwich. Still, clutches up. The fates smile upon him, and now we go into round 2. Nagafen with Snipe, it's down on point. Morks towards B. All of Splyce towards B. It's a big party towards B. See how we go.
First engagements. It's going to be a grenade. Oh, it's going to be a grenade. It's going to be a shot. And a thermal comes up top. Morks finds 1 before going down. Aqua and himself will now be, of course, waiting in for round number 3 here, but round number 2 still going 3v3. Envoy and Major Maniac find the double, now have themselves an advantage now. Only 2 players last alive, Temp and Jerd. Of course, we know what they can both do. Cluster grenade, oh my goodness, you survived for a while there. The beatdown comes in from Jerd, and a potential 1v2 here. Another triple is 6-0. This is for the streaks. This is for the bread. To go 2-0 up here, Miles, and get these streaks. It's game-changing, and look how fast he is spotted.
Saw it. God, Havoc gets their revenge.
No streaks, no round.
Just a little quicker.
Oh, I thought he had it. How did that even work?
It's a shot punch, man. It's never over.
It's nuts, that shot punch.
It's just crazy. Again, Jerd, though, what a performance this round. Stellar stuff, and if he just... I mean, you've done it before, but that's what happens, Jerd versus Havoc. I mean, that's an exciting matchup, nonetheless. And I think it's the last time we're going to see those two go toe-to-toe here on Payload. Either way, 3rd round. Here we go. Attack now is Gen.G. Talking about Havoc. 2-1 on the other side of the board. 6-1 for the Irishman Jerd. So close to streaks. Would have just changed the entire match. A 2nd round early on. And streaks would have been nice. Temp's going to clean up too. Temp up top. Just raining down. Major Maniac jumps off. Temp stays alive. Oh my word. How long can he go for? The stamina of this man, the live's still alive. Jerd pushes forward. Looney and Accuracy join the party a little bit later. Temp doesn't go down. Jerd finds kills. Great round from Splyce.
Yeah, it certainly was. And again, it started from Temp. It kind of ended with Temp and Co, if you like, as everyone kind of clustered up. But this was a double which really caught them off guard. And no one pushed him on the outside. It was a little too late. The RK7 nearly came in, but a nice round from Temp, a.k.a. Mr. 8.157 damage.
A.k.a. the marksman.
Should be my new code to unlock my phone. I'll never forget that number. 8157. For anyone watching who steals my phone, it's not that. Moving swiftly on, 90 seconds on the clock, round number 4. All 10 players up and alive, and Jerd's actually getting close to that slam. We're only in round number 4. If he goes and gets it, goes big, maybe picks up a couple with it, He could get it twice here.
Oh. Could do that slam right now. It's cut down wonderfully by 2 members of Gen.G there in that small room. Accuracy unable to find any sort of retribution for him. And as you see, Splyce at the disadvantage now. 6-2 still for Jerd. Spectacular work from him. A slight readjustment now from the members of Gen.G. It's an offense, and they're in. They're surging forward. 3v2. They have the numbers. They have the positioning. And now they're trying to cut down the bomb play and Havoc. He sees the rotate. He's out. Aqua in from behind, but just unfortunate. Not able to make anything happen. Now it's Looney in a 1v2. Nade to his name, though. He's probably going to jump straight off. Or is he? Here
1v2.
We say this time and time again, though. 1v2. The possibility.
Doable. Yeah.
Get it down. Quickly. Here they come.
Run, Looney, run. Get
As soon
out
as
of
he
there.
gets up, it's done. Unfortunate to say the least. And the timing of that is so, so hard. Again, if he gets the bomb down, he gets points. If he gets out with his life, maybe with an aid he can fight the retake, but tough luck either way. Tied up, 2-2.
Bomb defuse will come eventually. Until then, we can have a side view of Gen.G as they do come out on top in that one. I think one of the players must have been close to a specialist of some kind. Nagafen, Major Maniac, closes to you. Captain himself, it's Looney.
Luno. Major Maniac plays Claw in this day and age, with all sorts of varieties of scuff paddles.
I think Jerd still plays Claw.
Yeah, Jerd does still play Claw.
When I used to play with Jerd, and I used to watch him actually play with it, I was like, how does that work? Like, and how are you so like accurate with it? I just never got it. I could never play Claw. I tried it once.
I play Claw.
Hands hurt after like
that's
2 minutes.
That's the thing.
I was like, yo, give me a paddle.
Once you go paddles, it's hard to go back. I can tell you that much, my friend. Here we go. Round number 5. It's been a heavy stack towards B, mostly for the game when it comes to the Gen.G attacks, but it's fairly evenly spread now for everyone on Splyce on the defense. Number 6, Temps on his own. The other side, Looney, that is unfortunate. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Nagafen, could he find a second? Major Maniac now pushing forward with great confidence, with such vigor. Havoc trying to hit the back. Big kill, big kills on a Jerd. The bomb's gone down and the advantage is all in favor of Gen.G right now.
Nice play there from Havoc, just not to overextend and not to put himself in a awkward position. I liked how he kind of just stayed back, played the numbers, now a 4v2, and it looks like it's Major Maniac to find accuracy. All down to Aqua. Trying to find a kill before he goes down. It's Morks who does find another. Still rocking, I think, that thermal ICR. He's killing it right now. And Gen.G, of course, we talked about it after map number 1, how they're, you know, really good at 2, 3, and 4. But, you know, it's certainly going their way for now. Splyce, a team which can turn up at any time. We've seen consistency throughout the year. Obviously, we've seen some good, great, not so great. But for the large majority, Miles, Splyce have been a fantastic roster since they've formed.
I think, yeah, since CWL Vegas. I call it in Vegas. I think they're one of my favorite teams. I think they're just so
Oh, they could have won Vegas, man.
Mate. A push. Everyone's in. It's an absolute party. Everyone's on point. Looney opens up. Havoc desperately trying to trade out. 4v2 right now. Gen.G have gone down. Morks, though.
Oh.
What? Again, he just timing. He might catch a nade for his troubles now. They saw that. Looney backing on up. He's weak. Nagafen cleans it up. Almost fighting the numbers back. 3v2. See that rotate all the way towards B. Jerd setting up top. Actually's down low. Temp on the bomb. Here comes the play. Morks now and Nagafen have to fight their way back through the outside, and it's cold out there. Jerd's got a slam to his name. If they hit that door, it's going to be a grand slam right on top of them.
I don't think he needs to use the slam in this position. Bomb down, 3-2. Just trade out. I mean, trading out would be great, but 2v3. Now all up to Nagafen. Oh. He's found himself a double. 25 seconds left on the clock. He's peaking. Mind games at this point.
Accuracy has the high ground. He's absolutely got every advantage working for him right now. He's got to keep running, play the clock, stay alive. Nagafen on bomb. If he guesses right, and if accuracy could just aim. Oh, it's just perfect. It's perfect. It's worked out. Good night. And there it is. Splyce tired up, but dude, that could have been a lot easier. A lot less lives lost. That is the hardest part.
They win the round. They still have the slam. At the end of the day, it came out great for them, but it could have been terrible. It could have been, hang on, they've just 2v4'd us. and we should have ended it right there. Again, for Splyce, they lost map number 1. For anyone just joining us, this is the last game of the day. By all means, the most anticipated. This is, on paper, a fantastic matchup head-to-head. Hacienda, map number 1, both won it yesterday. In fact, no, not both of them. One team won it yesterday, and they won it again today. Now, moving forward, though, round number 7, all tied up. Still, specialist available. It's going to be that slam.
Nagafin's 150 away from his lightning strike. Going to want to get that, let's be honest. He's managed to net those final kills in the dying seconds of that last one. Clusters are out, bit of a flurry towards A in this opening salvo of shots. Doesn't find anyone, but Jerd just on the outside there. Had players very, very close by. Looney opens up this first one with a kill there on Envoy with that snipe. Temp tries to retake onto the site, can't get it done. And this is big now, 3v3. The trades are out, they're thick and they're fast. There's 3-2 now. Gen.G at the disadvantage, but accuracy, if he gets charged now by 2 players, is all but over. Looney's there to back him up. It's done and dusted. Splyce stay up with 2 men. They force the fight there into that tiny little corridor. And in a hail of gunfire, they leave Gen.G asking for more.
Nicely done there. Major Maniac actually found a nice double. Oh, it's actually going to be the play here. Found that first one. Finds number 2 as well. It was Jerd. Both players were weak, but it was just, again, the coordination from Splyce was really well done there. The way that, you know, accuracy kind of backed off straight into his teammates. Kind of knew he was going to go down, but knew he had the numbers. And sometimes you've just got to play those numbers. You know, you've got to trust your teammates. And when you do, when you have that confidence in them, good things can happen. Lightning Strike is available, though. And that's coming in for Nagafen. 7 and 5. Not the best map for a Lightning Strike, I'll be honest, but a Lightning Strike is a Lightning Strike at the end of the day. The ping alone is great.
Looney so close to that attack 5. There it is. Temp so close to that war machine. Wow. Back on up, Envoy, but he's not afraid. Timing was just off, but here comes Splyce. Shoulder to shoulder, they're in that room. It is standing room only. Looney gets the kills from the outside, 3v4. Splyce with the advantage. Aqua, tough spot to be in. Great shots, though. Unable to get the kills. If he had a player there to trade out, that would have been insane. That could have been 2 dead straight away in a 1v4 situation. But now, with the bomb going down, bought the time. Attack 5 up for Looney if he wants it. There it is. Going to be gorging themselves on that, looking to get that 5th round win.
Always nice to have that extra 50. Oh, big concussion as well. We might be shot in the back. Oh, he will be, but he's alive. He's got that stim. Oh my goodness. Finally goes down. That's marked with the ICR. 25 seconds. Number favors Gen.G. However, positioning does favor Splyce. It's going to be Jerd and accuracy. They do have an extra 50 either side. Slam comes in for Havoc. Misses.
It's a whiff. Havoc, though, manages to get on point. Accuracy finds 2.
It's accuracy once again. He's done it again. He's done it again. That man accuracy finds himself in a great position. The slam, though, Havoc, you can see, shaking his head. Temp's laughing. That's something. Always amusing.
There's always something.
There's always something that gets him giggling. Great stuff from accuracy, though, again.
3. You heard the comms. Jerd was like, he's in from behind. You would have heard the slam in the back. Accuracy is just his head on a swivel.
All 3 kills, man.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Attack 5 helps. Worthy investment there. Accuracy ice in his veins. Slays out those last 3. Again, Havoc, you know what, shaking his head. We saw the fist bump was through, but he was shaking that head because he knows he wasted the slam. Round 9 could be the last. Temp's got snipe. Oh man, that was so close. Shots are through. Aqua finds 1. Major Maniac peeks for a second time, and Temp cleans him up. There we go. 5v3. What are you going to do? They're all pinned in on the site. They've committed so hard towards A. War Machine's up. Can Temp get anything down, or are they going to shoot on out into that Icelandic countryside? Temp can find a lot of damage here. Even with that flak jacket Major Maniac got absolutely flattened. Morks and Havoc now in a 2v4 for the map. Here we go.
He's had 2 best vision pulls. However, I don't think it's even going to help him at this point. They're just going to be outnumbered. 2 players come through. Oh my, no, Temp! Oh, nice little trophy. Suddenly a 2v1. Oh no, my goodness. Temp.
That's...
What have you done there, my friend?
That's difficult. And now Morks is going to shoulder peek this one. RK5 finds Morks. Now it's Havoc versus Temp. 12 seconds left. Can he make it happen? Got to get the defuse. Got to find something. A lot went into that round for a whole load of nothing.
He got the kill.
He gets the kill.
And that's I'd love to see it from Temp's point of view, that War Machine.
I'd love to hear what Temp's saying right now. Tough, though. Friendly fires have been, again, we hate to see it because it feels like it's so easy to avoid, but in these moments where it's so chaotic, it's so easy to blow your teammates up, especially that little room. I sort of standing room only, we had 2 members of Splyce in there when they were just gunfighting around the back. And at the same time, you pop a War Machine in there as well. I mean, Temp's lucky enough to have killed himself at the same time. Guns are dangerous.
I'll tell you what, Gen.G have just been given an absolute lifeline there. They still have a lightning strike. They did use the vision pulse, but that is a round they just cannot win. Like, Temp doesn't pull out the War Machine, they win that 99 times out of 100 there. However, all that matters is what's on our screen. Lightning strike has been pinged. Nagafen investing. He might have used the ping on a previous round, so it might be a bit of a wild one, that one, but hello. War Machine. Oh, connects, but he should be okay. He's got the War Machine still as well. He's going to pop up, let him loose. Flak Jacket available, but see you later, Aqua. Have a pellet to the face. And that's going to now be 5-4 life count in favor of Gen.G. Maniac finds another. Temp answers back with 1. This is the time for Temp to go big after the previous rounds. He's got to find something, doesn't. And this is looking like a round 11, but a 4v2. Never ride it off.
Jerd swinging back. Accuracy gets caught from the side. 3v1. Oh my, it could be around 11, and the specialists have been thrown to the wind. Jerd not willing to give a single advantage there as he throws himself off. Whew. It was looking oh so good for Splyce, and now we're here.
It was a great shot with the Tempest as well, but he just gets back up. War Machine is obviously a little bit more forgiving, shall we say, than the Tempest, you know. You go down with the Tempest, as long as you're behind cover, you're good to go.
It's the tac mask. He gets up instantly. You know, and again, they were both equipped to handle each other. The tac mask, and we saw Aqua with the flak jacket. There's only so many hits you can take, though. And that indirect fire, that splash damage, won him the fight in that situation. Round 11. Let's get it, friends.
Jerd, 10 kills to his name. Temp will want to be going big here for the squad. He'll want to obviously redeem himself. Don't get me wrong. He did enough redemption in map 1 alone, of course, but attack 5 boost for Gen.G gives them all the advantage. The Tempest for Nagafen. Doesn't connect with accuracy. Let's see with something there.
Something.
A trophy system? Trades go down, 4v4.
It's all happening. The final minute on the clock. Nagafen hoping to get that hip fire engaged now as he's making his way forward. Then there's a nade. The trades have gone the way of Gen.G. And oh boy. With that, it's 2-0, friends. Splyce, you could taste it. They were so close to tying up the series. Now their only hope is a reverse sweep against an incredibly formidable foe.
Joey Nobson handing out the fist bumps, and that's going to be a bit of a crazy one there. Gen.G somehow win map number 1. Temp putting up in crazy damage, of course, in the hard point, and certainly crazy damage in the Search and Destroy. Join us after the break, though, for a little bit more of Control.
Keep a little cozy corner in your heart for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World League. Look at that scoreline, 2-0. Splyce came so close, but no cigar. Our scuff player of the game from the last one. Here was the final round, the dying seconds of that series for Splyce. It was looking so good. Then, oh boy, did it all hit the fan.
Certainly did. Envoy, Havoc, all picking up the kills in the right places. It has to be the round 11. Gen.G on the right side of things this time. And honestly, you have to take into consideration they did have that TAC 5 boost, but it's just very, very well played. Yes, a little bit of gift in round number 9, I believe. Maybe 8, I don't know. Of course, Temp and his War Machine. He's a crazy guy. He'll take he'll take everyone down. Anyone and everywhere. Frequency control coming up next if we need it, which we probably will. Frequency hardpoint. Hacienda S&D to end things out. Are we going to get the 4 Game 5s back to back? I mean, it's nearly 9 o'clock anyway. We may as well at this point.
May as well. I don't see why not, friends. We're going to get a double dosage of frequency, and if that didn't quite get it done for you, there's a hard point. What was it? Hacienda, sorry. It's Hacienda at the end of it. Here we go. Chance to turn it around for Splyce or Gen.G to just slam the door. Relatively split push. Number 1. Making his way towards A, cutting players off through mid. That's going to be Temp. Powerful shots. Temp wins the gunfights in the middle. No reinforcements to be found. Splyce just need to win the fights here on B. They have to win the fights. And they're sure as hell not going to get that done against Envoy. Wow, he cuts his way through him. Accuracy, I'd just leave at this point. Chalk it, buddy. Over to A they go.
3 lives gone for Gen.G, but it's 4 for Splyce here. There's own first tick in the books here, and that's going to be over at A. And look how fast it's going up there. I think you've got 3 players in and amongst it here. Second tick in for A, and that is going to be Temp and Aqua just saying, hello, my friend. Finds himself a double apiece, and then A is all but done. And just like that here, we see a last-ditch attempt to save it. Doesn't come through. And there's 2 minutes, 10 seconds here to go for it. Splyce, though, let's jump aboard with an Astro Gaming listening with the boys and see if they can close this out in 2 minutes.
I'm going, Yuli. I'm coming, Yuli.
You're spawn trapping too. You're spawn trapping too. Someone has to pick up the help.
Far left. Far left.
I'm coming.
One right. Close right. One shot. Knock that to the right.
Knock it dead.
Nice job.
2 on you. Boys, one shot. I gotta reload. Oh, look behind me.
Yeah, the help. Major maniac.
I got a lightning.
Nice.
I'm getting away with my lightning.
Try to, yeah. Try to.
Inner dead. Left side.
Who did we not kill?
Could have won blue.
I'm hitting elbow.
Going outer.
You stuck on.
I'm gonna slide.
I got out, bro. I'm going to be
bottom mid. I'm going to be outer. Yuli.
One side, going
Close.
Chasing mid, John.
I have outer
side, yo.
I'm trying to look top mid. Top mid, two top mid. They're hitting you. Two of them.
3.
I got one.
Inner dead. Close on both. Outer hurt.
Sweet, nice shit.
What could be inner?
Missing one.
Having one shot on point.
Nice.
He's outer box. He's pushing. Look at inner. Alright, I'm about to host him.
I'm looking outer.
Outer. Box. One shot.
Inner on me. Inner. Havoc. One shot dead. One more. Inner. Nice job.
I'm gonna stop bottom mid. Don.
I didn't hit him. I'm playing mid.
I'm going outer. Mid. I got nade.
Outer. 3. I stunned 3.
It's been a war of attrition as Splyce trying to get back on the point, finally able to find some form of an advantage here against Gen.G, and it's taken them a minute of pure slaying. The lives are starting to go the way of Splyce. Final 5 now remain for Gen.G.
8-5. Zones going up. Big kill for Major Maniac in the middle, and Luna's going to run out of bullets here. However, equaled by accuracy down low. Perfect positioning from him, and this should be going the way of Splyce. It's 3, 2, 1. And it's all down to that fine gentleman, Major Maniac. He does find a double. Okay, all right, okay.
Whoa, hang on.
What? Okay, still a 1v3.
He's not dead yet.
Look at them all. Get on the point, boys.
Well, he has 40. Okay, they're going to cap it, but...
Yeah, he's happy with that. He's fine with that.
I mean, the chances of him being able to get 1 kill, trade out, are so slim. The way they set themselves up there, there was no way, man. I mean, I don't care how good the original Tiny Terror was. The OG Tiny Terror. I don't care how good. There's no way that Splyce were going to let him trade those out.
Has he trademarked that one, Tiny Terror, or is it just anyone?
I don't know. I'm thinking of getting...
Who else?
Well, there's 3 of them now. I'm thinking of getting, like...
Who's the Tiny Terrors, Miles? Explain to
well, he's the original Tiny Terror.
Okay.
I coined that in week 1. And then, of course, the Bees Need a Sim, rounding out the 3 Musketeers. Alvin and the Chipmunks. No.
We need, like, a full team of Tiny Terrors. Who else can we put in there? Priester?
I'm a bully. This is not cool.
No, it's not. Absolute disgraceful. CWL, get this man under lock and key. However, round number 1 done, dusted, chalked up, and it's going to Splyce. However, plenty more to go. We're going to see it go the distance. Overall, though, looking at the kills itself, no crazy stats standing out just yet. Temp, of course, looking to redeem himself, finds himself a lightning strike, and most definitely could use that any time now. However, Zone A, it might be a quick one here for Gen.G, as they're trying to bite back themselves.
A's gone. See you later. Havoc makes his way through mid. He gets tagged up. The final cat comes through. Temp. Brilliant. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the trades. It's all down low. It's an absolute flurry. But it goes the way of Splyce. Morks, though, finds 2 of the players on spawn. Backing on up, playing Havoc in their base. Very, very annoying thing to be doing, but you know what? It works. Big stun. Accuracy finds 1. Nagafen can't get it done as Aqua trades out. An amazing back and forth between everyone here on Splyce, but Gen.G still with the advantage. They're playing this great.
Convoy's a beast, man. Just the movement there. Back and forth, finds a double, and look at the minimap. This is going to be an absolute nightmare for them to get back into. 17 to 22. This is going to be the lightning strike coming down. It will push them inside for a second, and there goes another 3. The lives are favoring Gen.G by an absolute landslide. Never rule a team out by all means, but the first tick is in. 2 more to go. He's working towards that attack 5 boost. Nicely used there. I like the usage here. They are up by about 6 lives. Make it 8 here as another couple come in. Havoc team kills 1, but overall, a very, very positive round here for Gen.G. This one's pretty much done dusted. The yellow arrow's absolutely nowhere. They'll be looking to regroup and gather for round number 3 and try and take one back. This should go in the way of Gen.G. And Zone B will fall. Splyce clean up at the end, but Gen.G, a very, very secure round there. Very, very nicely done, Miles.
Yeah, again, throwing the TAC 5 in when they've just started to cap the point. I mean, they weren't even out of the gunfights yet. The play was still underway, but just gives them that additional staying power there on the point, the ability to see the rest of those fights out and just give them a bit of an advantage. And they did not lose it for a second. Even with these kills from accuracy, brilliant work, hopping around that corner, finding the first major maniac comes in after that. The staying power was there. They managed to sustain and hold out, clean the point up. Oof. 1-1. Splyce now attack. Here we go. Wonderful work already from Aqua, 14 to 8, 10 to 7 from accuracy. Bit of a rough one from Looney and Jerd at 5 and 11, 5 and 12, but nonetheless, they're on point. Morks, though, sweet child of mine, 14 to 7. Powerful, powerful opener from now, Gen.G.
Yeah, I talked about Morks at the very start, and someone we don't kind of highlight. That's the kind of plays that I'll just love to see from him, consistency. Quick recap, though. Gen.G actually beat Denial on this map most recently. Frequency control actually ended in a 3-1 round count. So again, you know, these guys clearly on form right now in regards to control. Splyce actually lost, though, to Midnight, I believe it was 3-2. Wasn't on this map, but control in general. A game mode which some have adapted to quicker than others. This one, though, certainly looking to go the distance. Gen.G up by around 3 lives here. Long way to go. Temp and Envoy trade. Temp finds a double as well. Envoy finds a double, and Envoy finds a triple. Temp finds a triple of his own. My goodness, the kill feed is just 2 men right now, going back and forth.
My word, 5 kills in a row now for Temp. 275 away.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
What the hell?
Envoy!
He's unstoppable, man. Well, there you go. Brilliant from Temp. 14, though, to 19. 26 left on the clock. Splyce just getting pushed back. This has been a hold from Gen.G, a hold of the ages. They really did a fantastic job of not letting anything go through, though. Envoy is now in a 1v3 situation towards B. Can he clean up? Can he hold on? There's the contest. Stop the clock at 12. Up over the top. Jerd's trying to get in there, but he's still alive. He's still alive. Up in the pipes, and he's back with a vengeance now. Havoc's on point. Havoc can't get it done against accuracy. On the point still. 12 seconds remaining. The contest there on B. Splyce trying to get it done. Aqua finding 2. But the lives are draining. They're just hemorrhaging right now for Splyce, and Nagafen's looking to close this round out here with the Tempest. Finds the top attempt. Here comes the play over the top. Jerd finds 2 with a slam. 7 to 10. Splyce with a progress at B. Is this the turnaround they needed? Is this the turnaround they needed here in round 3?
Give it up. Give it up. Let them have B. Play the lies. Play Slayer right now. It's 9 to 6. Tempest have been invested from both sides. Nagafen's going to go down. This will be a huge clutch for Splyce. War Machine on the flip side of things, though. And my goodness, everything in the kitchen sink has been thrown at them. But 6 is now to 5. Gen.G have just started to fall and crumble, and A is all done and dusted. My goodness.
Splyce with the life deficit. It's not about the lives you lost.
It's about how many lives you have left here. And Splyce, my goodness, what a way to come back into that.
Okay.
I was about to say, I want to point out something. Nagafen pulled out the Tempest, and I kind of clenched my fist in frustration. I was like, why? You've got this round. Why have you just pulled out a Tempest at B? In terms, Splyce laughed in the face of that. You know, it was 17-10, I believe, the life count. And they turned it so quickly. Credit to Splyce for that one, but I thought Gen.G right there, they were like, we've got this in the bag. We can play Slayer. We've got 4 out of 5 specialists ready to go. Wow.
Biggest highlight for me, though, was the play towards A when Aqua pulls out his Tempest. He manages to cut down Major Maniac's War Machine, and I believe Havoc was coming in for the slam. He got Tempest in the air. So, Vision Pulse is out. See the call. Morks is providing the intel as he makes their way forward. No deaths yet, no kills either way. Joe's lightning strikes in. They've managed to pull those players out as Splyce make their way through top mid, actually. Aqua goes down. Friendly grenade from Temp. Unluckily for that one. Splyce, though, put themselves in a position to try to close out the map. Not the way it's going down at B, though.
And I like this here. What they're doing at B is they're drawing everything out. And they've drawn the lightning strike. They've drawn streaks twice now. Looney is going to find a double. Obviously, +1 once he takes down Aqua as well, but finds himself a Hellstorm. And again, kind of touching on what Gen.G were doing there down by B, they actually did really well to get those 2 ticks. It looks like now they're in a little bit of a worry to get over to A. And
the perfect read, though. It's a brilliant read there from the guys of Splyce, but just getting dropped by the entry kills from Gen.G. They punched on the site so well. First tick's done. Joe did manage to get Hellstorm in all that chaos, though. Managed to turn this series around for himself. Havoc still has his specialist to work with, though, so only one that actually got ready to go for Gen.G. Oh, I'd have given him the bag after that one. That was disgusting. Temp can't get it done again the second time.
Temp was trying to play with spawns there. I actually really like his play. He slid forward, knowing that there's spawn behind him. Very clever. 19-19 on the life count, though. And only B remains. Look at the tick, though, on B. It's 2.5 way there. Splyce should be able to deplete it for now. You can hear the call-outs from Temp. If you can't, they are coming through very fast.
Very fast, very loud. Still 3 streaks to work with for Splyce. Big hold now coming up. Going to slow this one right down. A's done. All the attention to the back end of B now. Envoy almost there. Havoc trying to find something in the back. Still has his slam ready to go. He could clean out the path of the slam. Stunned up. 3 kills clean there for Splyce. Can't get it done over the top. Envoy's got to go all in. He's got to risk all the skin he has in the game right now to make his way forward. 17-11. Splyce starting to deal the damage. Temp again. Oh, Jerd now on the outside. Looney's Hellstorm comes through. You know what? They've still got Hellstorm to work with for the next round. If it has to be. But you know what? It's done. 16-5. There's the death knell for Gen.G.
There's gonna be no other round. Splyce, a 13-3. And honestly, Mars, I think this game 5 was just written in the stars. Again, it was just something, that one game-changing moment where Splyce took over in the previous round, where, in all honesty, they shouldn't have been able to win that. Gen.G had a lead of about 7. They had all the specialists to play with. Havoc, bless him, he's gonna find himself a double ball. That is it. We're going to hardpoint 2-1 now in favor of Gen.G. Like I said at this point, what is it? 9 o'clock? We may as well go to a game 5. Let's make history.
Let's do it. Game 5's all over today. And yeah, you're right. It's round 3. Massive turnaround event there for Splyce. We saw the specialists just go the way of Splyce. Tempest did not work out for Nagafen. We saw Major Maniac's War Machine shut down and out, just choked out by the wonderful work from Aqua there towards the A site. And mate, there we go. Find ourselves another hard point. The first one was, what, 30 points that separated these 2 teams, and now we're going to be going into a quick replay, my friends. What a way to close out this one. 3-1 in round counts to Splyce.
Do want to give a shout out to Temp once again. The damage, 24 and 14. Just incredible stuff. You look across the board and the actual kills, the slaying side of things. Very well done here for Temp himself, just to kind of keep his team in the squad. But 17-11, it soon changes. And of course, Splyce just close it out.
Great streak usage from everyone actually on Splyce. Again, it's easy to not make a whole lot of them. We saw absolutely everything going the way of Splyce in the last 2 rounds, and Gen.G just had nothing No answer to the ruthless aggression from Splyce. It was perfunctory performance as they just pounded their way right on through. You can see the aggression here, hitting that back line, taking every possible advantage they could. And again, you called Temp. Time and time again. Not only hitting the damage, not only playing this one great, but also the positioning. You know, he hits the spawns at the right time. He pushes them out of spawn at the right time. He messes with the timings, gets them where it hurts. And here we go into another hard point. First hard point, only 30 points separated these teams. What are you chuckling at, brother? What was it? Oh, hello.
Yeah, again, I was almost going to call it out to Paradox in the back. Obviously, our observer, if you don't know, awesome. Had his job the best in the world. But Jerd had 4k damage. Of course, that was second place. Temp, 6.1. Once again, it just the damage he deals in a game like that, that didn't even go to the 5 rounds. They get another round out of that, he's probably dropping 8k. You know, again, 7 minimum. Wild performance here from Temp. By far, one of the best players in the world. Of course, kind of people have put, you heard the analyst desk kind of putting him in this kind of category of Dashy, Temp, Hugh. I'm sure there was another I've forgotten there, but Marky B, get off the stage. Joey Nubsy, get off the stage.
Get off the stage.
We've got some Call of Duty to play.
We got another hard point. Here we go. The second half of our frequency now. Hacienda is going to be the cherry on this cake, and let me tell you now, mates, lads, ladettes, and everything in between, it's going to be a cake. And we're going to eat it, Phil. Here we go.
I'd love some cake.
Would you? No, you wouldn't. Don't, no.
No, I would.
Hard point frequency up next.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Carrot cake. Whoa, here we go. Straight in on the point. The bloodbath, it always is. Aqua starts that. Kills going the way of both teams, relatively even, but Envoy just says, hold my beer, as he finds 2 clean ones and he gives Gen.G the advantage.
Major Maniac holds his beer in his left and kills 2 with his right. 12-0, they get 13, but it's all kills to Splyce as they find himself 5 back-to-back there, and Gen.G quickly off the respawn, but with 30 seconds here, this is where Splyce is going to overextend. They're going to push now, try and get control of Orange, and you're going to see Looney sliding round. Taking one to the grave would be beneficial, and he will do that. Perfectly played by Looney there, the best he could have hoped for. And the best he could have hoped for was pretty good. Gen.G getting the final scrap points. There's a bit of a contest on the old point, but the battle for the next hard point is raging. And here we go, Jerd goes down, Gen.G win the battle on both fronts. So with that, they now have control of the scrap time, and they will have control of the next point. Splyce have to battle their way through mid-map. They have to battle their way through the absolute carnage there on point. Morks once again providing to be a thorn in the side. Envoy now hoping to find something. Aqua a little too hot in the hands, a little too quick to trigger. Uh-oh, Jerd gets taken by Morks there on point, and now we have it. Gen.G once again with a counter to the incredible aggression of Splyce. They had the spawns, and now they win the entry kills, and now we have the time flowing once again favorably for Gen.G. Well, so far so good for Gen.G, but again, you look at those yellow arrows, they'll be setting up shortly, of course, for the next rotation, but they're still going at it, and rightly so. 30 seconds left on the clock. Gen.G managed to flip the spawns and go on a bit of a wild ride here and run that clock up. We'll, of course, maybe be talking a little differently, but quick check, obviously, on the stat side of things here. You're starting to see 5 kills for Havoc, 7 for Morks as well. Strong slaying start for the boys of Gen.G. Now pushing over, trying to get that rotation, but it's going to be hard, very, very hard to rotate, obviously, from Orange. And you're going to see them all pushing through you, and they're all going to be concussed. My goodness, that was a strong stun.
Brilliant use of utility from both sides. I mean, Major Maniac catches a teammate, but between the stuns and the cluster grenade there, both of them managing to flush that point. Splyce with the control for now. Sorg's out for Temp. Just peppering them. Peppering that stake, and I think they're well done, and Aqua's going to come in and finish them off. Brilliant timing. Havoc can't get anything out of the point because Jerd and Looney there. That is an incredible run from Splyce. Just constricted the members of Gen.G there on point. Hit him in absolutely every single possible angle, and now they're continuing to play. Temp trying to hold down the back line. Can't get it done. Aqua's going to be there. Still, though, Aqua holds the line. Went from a liquid to a solid right there and managed to make it all work. Here we are gassing them up. There's all the states of matter. Thank you.
Take a quick second here. With 9 seconds of scrap time. Starts to dwindle. We are going to be rotating down low. And it looks like here Gen.G do have a bit of a favorable position, but a pinch could come in. You see Jerd and Accuracy just spawning out. So a well-coordinated push could see Splyce take control. However, an even better defense, and we can see Gen.G start to run away with some points. And when I say some points, the majority. They're starting to creep up on that triple-digit mark, the all-important 100. Major Maniac, Morks, and Nagafen all collectively picking up kills there. Another for Major Maniac. Envoy getting into the mix as well. And guess who's out on top? It's none other than Gen.G.
Yeah, still on top. Here comes the retake from Splyce, though. The attack now. They've actually got Jerd on the flank, number 5. The timing on this one could be sweet. Havoc reads it, though, like a book, but beautiful covering fire from Accuracy from the other side of the Thames. He gets the kills. Still Gen.G with the time. 1-4, still climbing. They're going to get the point here. It was a valiant effort from Splyce, but not able to close it out. I'm going to go back to the first. Havoc and Nagafen on point. Again, Havoc, absolutely lethal. Has to be said in every situation we've seen him today. I mean, he's absolutely found himself here on Black Ops 4. Havoc still making their run. 1 minute now on the next hard point. Splyce are getting it the first touch, but are they going to be able to hold on? The retakes from Gen.G have been ideal.
And kills for Looney, Accuracy, and Accuracy and Temp. However, Temp we've seen better from this series, 9-14. If he steps it up a little bit, it shouldn't depend on one man by all means, but he has been the hard carry so far. But also the hard counter. We saw what he did in S&D. Not what you wanted to see as a Splyce fan. 84-114 right now. Splyce on the hard point. Another Tempest shot will go down, and trying to find that final kill will come through. Lightning strike available. I like what he did there as well with the lightning. With a Tempest going down. He basically gave that kill to his teammate. He needed it more, and that's going to be Accuracy coming out on top.
It's incredible, like heads-up play that players are able to make like that in such a heated moment in game. That kind of incredible game sense. Aqua's still running with this one. He's definitely got the possibility to find something else out of these streaks. 90 points away. On the point. And slowly start taking away. One kill will help. Looney and Accuracy getting it done. Splyce looking to flip the lead. Jerd, though, 2 players right next to him. Goes for the slam. Can't get it done. I don't think it counts, so he's going to keep it for the next life. Morks finds 2, though. Looney now starting to make his way towards that Purifier as well. Temp's not too far away from his war machine, but you know, the knowledge has to have been passed. Now Major Maniac does have his. Will we see Flak Jacket come out? That means the concussion is going to become that bit more useful when everyone takes off that tack mask. Havoc finding 2 on point. Say goodbye to that chance that Splyce had to take the lead here on Orange. Havoc finally goes down to a teammate.
Yeah, the Envoy who takes him out. 30-point lead here for the boys of Gen.G, and a lot of specialists to play with. However, streak still in the hands of Accuracy. Temp, Jerd, and Aqua all getting on the score sheet in the recent times here, and it's going to be going down in Orange. 5 seconds of scrap time. Splyce are pretty well set up here, and of course they do have the spawn, so we're going to see Looney drift on back. He's going to allow Accuracy just to set up, and we may start to see streaks come in, but maybe saved until down low. Grab slam available. We'll find 1, and that's all it'll find here. However, it's a breach and clear moment. Havoc going off, finds the second, finds the third.
Havoc was on 1 HP on the end of the slam. He almost managed to kill 3 members there of Splyce on that one push. What an absolute maniac. Temp on point. Can Temp now answer back? I mean, this is as back and forth as it could possibly be. 30 seconds on the clock. Can they get the full time here? Splyce need it. Starting to burn out. Starting to just fizzle as Gen.G reached that peak velocity.
Temp's been going off all series long here, but today and right now it is Aqua, 20-12. Great stuff from him. On the flip side of things, though, a very well-rounded effort, but it's Morks who's putting the slaying side of things up. Vision Pulse at the ready. When will that come out? We'll have to wait and see. Shot on the side, though. That's going to be Looney. He takes him down, and we're going to see Aqua, Major Maniac. My goodness, the back and forth of this kill feed. Sometimes hard to follow, but the action does not stop here. 12-point lead now for Gen.G. They are on the hard point. They do have the position, and Envoy there, sneaky little corner, says goodbye to Accuracy.
And Morks has been incredible, 23-17 so far in this matchup. Havoc once again just being unstoppable, 20-18. Man, those kills, they look bigger than they really are. Major Maniac on point, Gen.G with the time. The streaks are all finished. There's no more streaks to be used to break it in this hard point. They're going to have to get it done with the fists and the knives. Havoc's going down. Major Maniac from behind. Great positioning, but is he going to be able to contend with the rest of Splyce? He almost does. Aqua has to go through a teammate to get him as Jerd cleans up the last of the members of Gen.G here. 20 seconds remaining here on pipes. There's time to get enough of it, but the rotations now are already going down. Temp's lost the battle for A, as has Looney. And there we go. The battle for Elevator lost. The next rotation is going to go the way of Gen.G. Splyce with a lead for the time being. Can they get across map now in time to find the damage, to get it out of there in time? Morks pops that Vision Pulse, and here we go. This is going to be a big one.
Attack 5 as well, been put down. Grab Slam available. Here we go. Entrance breach and clear. Only finds... Wow. Aqua. Jerd does make up for it with finding one as well, but his teammate's going to have to do the rest. Contestion does come in, and if Gen.G come out on top of this one, this is going to be a bit of an awkward situation for Jerd. Taking down Aqua, that was a very, very crucial moment off the game here. 184 apiece. Gen.G, lead taken.
Nagathem with absolutely incredible timing hit those players from behind, but not able to get too much out of it. Looney now, Purifier in hand, literally trying to heat things up, and he's going to get 1, 2, almost a third. The flak jacket of Envoy saves his life from those third-degree burns, and now he's going to contest. Gen.G having a fight for every single second here on Elevator, here on U. As Major Maniac tries to find something from behind. Splyce with a lead for the time being, with the contest, though, is over. Nagafen's going to keep killing these players, and with that, there's no one left on point. Rotations are already going through. It looks like Gen.G have got the control for now.
Yep, and this is big as well. Gen.G have done really well at holding this hard point. We saw Havoc going off on the previous 2 rotations. Splyce, though, they have a little bit of an entrance. They don't have to kind of battle up to the platform. They're already there. 2 go down from either side. We are going to see the beneficial spawns coming for Gen.G. Specialist, what have we got? Major Maniac with the War Machine across the board, though. Is there anything else? Envoy nearly has that crash. Attack 5 boost Tempest for Nagafen. On the side of Splyce, though, it's all been used and abused here. 191 to 215. Gen.G, they have the advantage. Jerd with a grapple. Does find one. Aqua finds another. Jerd goes down and the trades go down as well. But all this time, Miles, 2-2-2 as the clock ticks down. Gen.G still have the lead.
Oh no, there was an incredible play in the back there from Splyce. The timing of the play with the grapple and the stun was absolutely pristine. But you're right, Gen.G are getting the time. Looney, though, comes in from behind. Final 15 seconds are going to go their way. Players off spawn will be getting it in the final few moments, but look at that rotate. Ideal spawns for everyone on Gen.G as they make their way forward. Accuracy can't get it done. Havoc's just there in time. He does have the slam ready. Major Maniac's War Machine's out and done. Can he find the 1v1 against Looney? He does. They can win it here. The contest is through. Everyone on Splyce has to make a play. As Havoc slams his way out, here comes the clock. It's not looking favorable for Splyce right now as Gen.G nuzzle up the final 10 seconds for the win. They need to get him out, and they need to make it happen. Now Morks is getting the final kills on point. Gen.G, they don't want a game 5. It's over, 3-1.
Who would have thought Gen.G win 3-1? Well, it's a surprising scoreline, but usually they lose that first map. Today, they took it away. A crazy search and destroy, by all means. Go back, check the VOD. The control goes in favor of Splyce, but all is said and done on map number 4, Hardpoint, as Gen.G come out on top. And again, this was the one game that kind of split social media, 51-49. Social media win again. I do not.
Comes down to a couple of specialist moves, man. I mean,
wild game, Miles.
Just a few things here or there. We saw Temp with a War Machine friendly fire in the search and destroy that could have honestly changed the game for them. They could have won that. Jerd hitting a slam on a teammate when it comes to attacking the elevator in the final moments of the hard point there. I mean, Splyce, so close, but so far. Again, it's difficult. I mean, that comes down to just a matter of execution in those dying seconds and those pixels and milliseconds that Call of Duty loves to favor. Nonetheless, Gen.G come out on top. What a series, man. What a banger that was.
Yeah, certainly a wild ride for many reasons. Temp dropping 8.2 on Hardpoint. Temp dropping his whole squad in a search and destroy round with the War Machine. Going into the control as well, it was kind of the wildest of changes in favor of Splyce in that regards. But then the Hardpoint, I think that was the one game that kind of was normal. That was the one hard point that was kind of like back and forward. Yes, it's good, but good use of specialists for some of the players. Obviously, some got shut down instantly. The flamethrower, the purifier, incredible by all means to see. Very fun to watch. But Gen.G coming out on top again. It was kind of a bit of a coin flip in that sense, but these guys, you know, they're continuing this fantastic run. Credit to them.
Well, it's been a wonderful day of Call of Duty action here from our casting teams. Again, thanks to Ben and Chance for the first 2, but we're all done here, friends. Desk, it's over to you.
Thank you so very much, gentlemen. And again, it was a late day, but thankfully that last match didn't get to that game 5, and Gen.G there were able to close it out, though. Did you think, Pac, that it might end up at that game 5? Splyce be able to push it?
Well, after the way they lost game 2, I didn't think that they were going to make it that far. Gen.G did a good job winning both hard points for sure, but game 2 probably should have went the way of Splyce. They had a 4v2 in S&D on a retake, and Temp ended up killing 2 of his teammates. And Gen.G won the round and ended up closing out that map. With that map, when they would have went 2-1 to Splyce, and we'd probably be in a game 5 like we have been the rest of the day. But like this is a game-changing, series-changing play, really.
And these are those doubles from 10.
Right. Instead of
Yep.
instead of a situation where Splyce has a crazy advantage. Now all of a sudden it is unfortunate, but it happened, right? Now we're in a position where now Temp has to chase down 2 players. He doesn't have enough time to do that. He gets 1, but Havoc does a good job standing hidden. Tim has no idea where he is and couldn't make the play.
The hard points for me, one person that he just got on the team, but I feel like he's definitely taken over as like the main slayer for the team is Envoy. This guy is unreal. At least when I watched him the first map, when it was him and Mox just absolutely dominating on the fence hill. They're both able to pick some streaks, and the game was just so close all around. But Envoy for me, him and Major Maniac and Mox are just like a trio, and they look really good together.
Yeah, Mox was a beast in that series, and I was surprised that they were able to win both hardpoints. Before the series, I said, Gen.G, they're a phenomenal hardpoint team, the best at Fort Worth, and going into this series versus a team like Splyce, I don't expect them to be able to take down both of those. And for them to do that is extremely impressive, as well as, that search and destroy. Obviously, could have went to the side of Splyce if Temp was not able to, take out both his teammates. Maybe they would have got that, but it's kind of impressive to see them winning search and destroy versus top team and also taking both hard points.
To me, with the way this series went down, either of these teams could have won. Like if they were to replay this exact series tomorrow, Splyce would come out victorious. There was like little things here and there that made the difference. Right here at the end of this, I believe it was Looney had to push around the back because they needed to break. Like they had to break, so he did that to break the hard point. But then, of course, that gives Gen.G spawns for the next. Gen.G gets those spawns and holds it and wins the game. If they could have won those initial fights, then Splyce would have won the map. It just one team fight here going the other direction. Splyce wins both hard points as opposed to losing both. It was just a good match out of 2 good teams. And, I mean, sometimes it's gonna happen.
It's like
not always gonna go your way.
It's like 100 team reciprocity. Like those first 2 maps come down to the very end. It's just when you're sort of evenly matched and you're 2 titans and you go up against each other. It's one play, one little mishap can cost you an entire map, and that's what we saw right there.
Right there, it definitely came down to me. It was just a second hard point. Orange Hill for the side of Gen.G, they dominated that entire time. You saw that Looney the only points that they basically had was when Looney flanked it for the last 15, just so they wouldn't lose. But just so overall, I felt like it was a very back and forth game. It was a very good game on both sides of the team. It just came down to one team holding a better hill, which is the Orange Hill on the side of Gen.G.
Let's bring up now our updated standings, see where things are starting to settle. And again, Pack, 100T following EU in the sense that they're not going to get a perfect 4-0 to guarantee any sort of top seed yet.